decisively when the
To be here today. Thank you. Welcome everybody. So let's get into it. So let me just some were asking about this our trading process. So before we go into the analysis, the setup is pretty straightforward. The setup we like to do. So we have three that we look at. Okay, but I'll just show us one of that now. So break of structures, right? So we say that if we see price from a particular level move up, pushes back down, and then moves up to break that last high, we have a higher high here, right? Okay, so we have a higher high there. So we all know that. Now, so what we are looking to do when we see price giving us these kind of movements, once it gets to a higher high, the next thing we're expecting is that it will pull back, right? We expect it to pull back. Will it always pull back? No, it won't always pull back. But we know one thing for sure, that we will get our set up at some point. Okay, so we expect a pullback. If we get a pullback, good. If we don't get a pullback, that's okay, that's fine, because we do not dictate what the market will do, right? So let's assume we get a pullback, right? And then a pullback can be anything. So for instance, look at this. This is a break of structure right here. And this one here, this is a pullback, right? Because this is positive. Well, let's see, this is a bullish candle, another bullish candle. This is beginnings of a bearish candle, right? Will it end up as a bearish candle? No, we don't know if it will do that, right? But this is also this is a pullback. So we want something to pull back to give us an opposite kind of direction. We want to see it move in the opposite direction first. Now, while it's moving in this opposite direction, we expect that it will not break that last area where price pushed up from, right? So when you look at this one here, where did price, if you look backwards, right? If you look backwards, where did price start from? You can see with this fractal here, it started from here, pushed up here, right? So now you can say to yourself that conservatively, between these highs and these lows, as long as price is between these highs and these lows, you are okay, right? You'll be looking for that pullback, preferably a deeper pullback, and then it to go up. That's what you like to see, okay? So we just look for that pullback to enter the market. We put our stop loss there, and then we expect price to move back up. That is all. That's all we look for at every time once we're looking for break of structure type setups, right? Okay, so let's go to our normal analysis for today. So we like to say that every time when you come to your chart, you must have a process that you're using. You must have a consistent, repeatable process, because that is what will give you that edge in the market. Okay. So the first thing we ask is, what did price do overnight? And I tell you, it doesn't matter which process you're using, whether you're using Bollinger Bands or moving averages or whatever the strategy it is you are using, it doesn't matter. But if you can ask yourself this question, it puts you in the right frame of mind, and it also puts you you can see yourself doing the same thing over and over and over again. Okay, as long as once it comes to trading, we want you to repeat the same thing. We want you to repeat a process over and over again. That is when you get the wins that you're looking for. So what did price do overnight? And when we ask this question, we have a mind. We're looking for either a trend or a range. Okay, so in this instance here, when we look at this, what did price do overnight? You can see it yourself. I mean, nobody needs to tell you. You can see this thing moves up, and then it pulls back, and then it's moving up again. What is that doing? You can see this kind of setup already, right? You can see the beginnings of this kind of setup, right? So you can see it. You don't need anyone to come and tell you. You don't need some guru somewhere to be telling you, oh, price is now trending upwards. You can see it yourself. That's the beauty of these things. You can see it yourself, and then you can then follow through with that process. So it then says, next thing, where is price now? So you just note where price is right now. You can just say, okay, this is the beginnings of a trend, right? I can see a break of structure right here, and then prices are this high now. So you can mark even the number 4880. This is gold. Okay. 4880 there. Okay. Now, then the next price. What must I see price do for me to execute a trade? So this is where your trading setup comes in. So remember, we have in the inner circle, we have three setups that we look at. We look for break of structures, we look for market structure shifts, and we look for rejection candles. Okay, and there's particular kind of there are rules into what makes up this kind of setups. Okay, so simply put, so for break of structures, for instance, right, we have a break of structure right here. So what do you expect? We expect price to pull back and then go up. Will you get it, to come down very deeply? No, you won't always get that. Okay, so for instance, if you're here right at the beginning, when this candle was showing was showing bearishness, you could have entered right there, put your stop loss at the lows, and then expect price to pull up. Okay, so we're just looking at the technical aspect now of this trading. If you consider other things like risk management and what price is doing, like I told, okay, no, I won't say that one. That's for my inner circle people, right? So if you want to trade gold, yeah, good, go ahead and do that, right? Okay, so technically speaking, what is gold doing? Gold is trending upwards, right? You can see a break of structure right there. Is done a small pullback there, and then it can move up, or it may even do a deeper one before it pulls up again. Okay, and where is our line in the sand? Right, just like we said, this break of structures here, the line in the sand will be at what point will this thing be invalidated? Right here, where it started from. Okay, if you want to take an aggressive one, because we have that break of structure right here, yeah, we have that break of structure right here. Like we always say, there are 1,001 ways. If you want to take an aggressive one, you can say once it comes below these lows here, then you take an aggressive sell. Okay, but the conservative one is down here. Okay, let's look at the next one. Okay, let me remove this one. This is for our people. Okay, so this is pound yen. What is price doing? Or what did price do overnight? So price started from here, pushed down, pushed back up, pushed back down, pushed up a bit, right? Came back down. And then what has it given us here? What can you see? I'm sure everybody will chorus it. You can see a break of structure right there. Right. You can see a break of structure right there. Okay. Let's even extend all the way from here. Right, you can see a break of structure. So what do you expect? You expect price to potentially continue going upwards, right? And this your trading is not about being right. It's not about, oh, I got this particular setup right. No, we want to get cumulative, want to accumulate it, just like when you're investing in stocks or other platforms, right? It's a accumulation of those various little investments that you are doing over time, right? You don't want just one day win. No, you want consistent wins over a period of time. So when you look at this and say, okay, I enter, this has pulled back, right? And where is it coming from? It's coming from these lows here, okay? And then you say, okay, I enter a buy, put your stop loss there, and then what are you expecting? You're expecting price to continue going back up, right? So you've answered those three questions. You've seen a pullback, and then you've entered, right? Oh, I didn't send that setup to my. Oh, okay. No worry, I'll send it after this after our analysis. So that is what price is doing. What did price do overnight? It's moving up. It's just giving us a break of structure, and then we expect it to pull back up to continue going back up. Okay, let's look at the next one. Euro yen. What is Euro yen doing? Let me remove all this analysis from yesterday. Euro yen is somewhat, I don't like this setup here, though it's still giving us something, pushed up, pushed down, pushed up. I don't like this. I'll just call this range, right? So it depends on how you see it. How do you see it, right? you can say, yes, there's a break of structure there, there's a pullback, and then there's a potential price pushing up, right? Pushing up there. I can say to myself, oh, I'm seeing this as a range. Okay, and then what do I want to see? I want to see price break above and then a continuation upwards, right? I want to see that, or I want to see price break below and then a continuation downwards. Very nice and simple, right? So it depends on how you see it. They say beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? So in trading too, it's what you see, right? Not what some guru somewhere is saying. It's what you see. That is, and then you have to follow through on what you are seeing. And don't beat yourself up if that one setup doesn't work out, right? You are in this thing for the long run. You're in it for the long haul, rather, right? You're not just trading today only for the sake of trading only today. No, you are trading potentially for the next 12 months, right? For the next, who knows, 5 years, right? For the next 10 years, however long you want to trade, right? So when you look backwards, you don't want to be caught up in just today's trade alone. No, you are looking at it is a marathon, right? You're looking at it from that perspective. So don't beat yourself if for instance now you say, okay, this is a rejection candle, right? One of our setups is rejection candle. This is a rejection candle, and so you can even see this is a doji, then this is a bullish engulfing candle. You have a pullback. Sorry. Oh, sorry. My phone, I forgot to put that on silent. Let me put that on silent. Okay. Okay, so you're looking for a pullback to then go up, right? So it depends on what are you seeing, right? What are you seeing? Okay, so let's go to the next price action. This is pound Aussie. Oh wow, look at that. Pound Aussie is just going down. All right, so what did price do overnight? It started up here, went up, came back down, nice break of structure, a pullback. So if you were trading this overnight during the Asia, you will have seen this break of structure. This is a nice pullback and then a nice drop. It's pulled back up again. What do you expect? Another drop, at least to this zone here, and then possibly continuation downwards. Okay. And then you would know, of course, for our market structure shifts, this is your last valid range between these lows and these highs, right? If price does this, comes back down here, and then breaks up like this, breaks this level here, that's a market structure shift. If it breaks here, then that is our market structure shift, MSS, right? So we have all these setups that we look at when we're trading, okay? So right now, pound Aussie is in a downtrend. This is what pound USD. Oh, right. Okay. So this is nice. Pound USD is giving us some kind of nice setup here. In fact, you can see it's reluctant. So it's moved up, pushed back down, moved up again, pushed back down, moved up again. Now it's pushing back down. Right. So you expect that it will at least come back to these highs here and then possibly continue going up like that. So what did price do overnight? Price is pushing up, is giving us a trend upwards. At what point will you say this trend is no longer valid? It's once it breaks that last lower high. So our last break of structure was here, right? So our last lower high is right here. Not, is it lower high? No, higher low. Our last higher low, right? Our last higher low is right there. So you're saying to yourself, okay, because you want to see price do things like this, right? You don't want it to do something like this. Then on the next one, it then breaks that. You don't want it to break that last higher low. So if it breaks this last higher low, then it's no longer ready to continue going up. It will come back down. You expect it to come back down. Would there be instances, like I always say, would there be instances that price will do this, break this, push back up, then come back down, and then do this? Yes, it can do that. But is there any way for you to know that this is what price is going to do? There's no way you will know. So all you have to do is just follow your process. That is all you have to do. Follow your process all time or at all times. Follow your process. Okay. That is what will give you the edge at the end of the day. Okay, let's look at the next price action. This is Euro USD. Oh, very nice. Euro USD to Euro USD, very nicely pushing up. Okay. So it's we've actually missed that entry there. If you are trading Euro USD, this was your best entry right there. Right. So let's see if it will pull back again and then go up. Let's see if it come back to these highs or even higher. Okay, beautiful. So let's see Euro USD yen. Okay, USD yen. What is USD yen doing? Look at that. You can even see it. You can see what is happening, pushing down, pushing up, pushing down, pushing up. Right? It's just going up, down, up, down, up, down. It's showing you some kind of trend downwards, right? Showing you some kind of trend downwards. Okay. But does it have enough what's it called? Momentum to go further down? Yes, it could. Do you know if it will do that? No, you don't. Right. All you know is that, okay, this is a potential setup for me to take a sell. I put my stop loss above that high, right? So I'm looking for price come first to these lows, then possibly continue going down. Or if it likes, it can do this, break that highs, and potentially continue going up. Okay, so just follow your process all the time. Do we have any questions? Let me check the chat if there are any questions in the chat. Okay, no questions. Oh, good, good, good. All right, so let's keep to our trading process. That is what will give us the edge at the end of the day. Okay, so we'll see back at we'll see us later at 2 p.m. West African time. If you can make it at that time, we'll analyze what the market is doing during the New York session. Thank you very much.